Okay, I want to share my screen again. Sorry for the interruption. So here on this screen, this shows you the graphical user interface. This is the menu. This is a menu. This is the start menu. And everything you find here, all these tests here represent one command or the other, or a pointer to an application, a program, or an action that can be taken when you click on them. So here again, look at this. You see program running in a window. A program running in a window. This is a window. So programs run in a window. And for this, there are these three buttons. I will explain these buttons later. Now, look at these icons. This one and this one, these are icons. You can see spelled ICONS. And this is a desktop window control buttons. Desktop window control buttons. And what are these window control buttons? You can see this one here is a close button, which you use to close a window. This one is the first one is the minimize button. The one in the middle is minimize stroke maximize. So you use it to shrink the size of a window and also to expand the size of that same window. You reduce and increase the size of a window. And down here, you see the start button. This is a start. This is the arrow showing you the start button. You see it down here, okay? And here you see the task bar. The task bar is the bar, the one at the bottom, the base of the desktop. Down, the baseline of your desktop at any time T, that's your task bar. Okay, and of course, I've told you the whole of these are menu items. The start menu, that's the items on the start menu. Okay, so that's just to wrap up all that we've said about the graphical user interface. Sorry, before I go off from here, and I was saying the other day when somebody asked a question on the command line, I said, if you come to the start menu and you click this run command, this is run. If you click run command, it will bring up a small dialog box where you can type CMD. If you type CMD, that's command. You are actually initiating the command line interface to appear on the screen. So once you type CMD, then you click OK, and then, or you click run, and then it will bring out the command line. Your desktop the look of your desktop will change. You will now see the basic command line, how it looks like. Now I've explained to you that it's a black, it's a desktop, it's a screen that the background is purely black, and then you just have the white line, the white command line that tells you that you are actually on the root directory of your hard disk, like to tell you C:/, then the greater than sign, and then the prompt blinking. The prompt to be blinking for you. That's a cursor blinking for you to type your command. So once you type the command and it is correct, it will execute it. If you type a command and it is not correct, it will tell you there is command error, to tell you to report back to you. That's the work of the operating system. It's so interesting. So interesting. Students, please explore. So now let's move on to application software. We've talked a little about software. You know, you have system software and you have application software. We've been talking so much about the system software. That's what took us into operating system and all of that. Now let's move on to application software. Application software are designed for you and I, human beings, to solve our different myriad of problems. You know, we have so many things humans do. An agriculturist, you know, can use an agricultural software, a software that will help him with his agricultural work. In the same way, an engineer will have an engineering software for engineers. There are software for medical doctors. There are software for bankers. There are software for lawyers. There are software for people in different walks of life. That's the beauty of application software. It's there. They are developed to help humans, you know, to get their work done faster, to solve problems. Now, there are 5 major categories of application software. We have the productivity or business tool. We have the supporting school, the software for the support school, that's educational software, support schools and professional activities. We have the one software that assists with graphics and multimedia projects. We have the software that helps with home and personal activities, software that people in the home, you're at home, you can use the software, you know, for at home to help whatever the person needs to do, and personal activities like write a letter, you know, and so on. Then we have software that facilitates communications, that makes communication with between 2 entities easier and better. So we have them. Sorry, let me enlarge. No. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'll share that screen again. So now we move on to, this is another, you know, we try to make this course as graphical as possible just to keep your interest running. So here, this is below down here. Now let's look at this critically. Down here you have your hardware. The computer has 2 main things that makes it function. What makes up your computer? 2 functional parts, the hardware and the software. So down here is the hardware, made up of input, output, communication, and storage devices. Then you have your CPU, and then connecting to the CPU is your operating system. So you know the operating system is a foundational software. It's as a foundational software, the operating system kind of rests on the, you know, hardware. It is closer to the hardware. Your system software is closer than closest to the hardware. That's the software that understands the hardware. That's why it's in this diagram, it's sitting directly on top of the CPU. And then on top of the operating system, you now have application software. And of course, you can see variously different types of application software. You have the word processing program, you have spreadsheet, you have email software, you have presentation software, and then you have graphics software. So we'll go through them a little with the time we have for this class. Now, there are questions here. Students, again, I would like you to look at these review questions. There's no need reading these questions. Now, this is an assignment again that I would like you to do. This is to keep you on your toes, to keep you working, to keep you, you know, engrossed in what we are doing, so that you don't just think because you are not physically in class, you are not in school. You are still in school. So you do that assignment on slide 97, the assignment on slide 97. Every one of you do it and submit. Okay, now this next table, 5. All right, this next table here, this table simply shows it's a table tabulating the application software, grouping them. So we have productivity software, productivity or business software. And these are software like word processing, spreadsheets, presentation graphics, database, personal information management, and software suites. We'll explain this. The software suite is a conglomeration in a combination of different software brought together, and called a software suite. So inside it, just like a suitcase, you have a lot of other software all integrated to do one thing or the other. The graphical design stroke multimedia software, under this one, you have desktop, the software for desktop publishing, paint or stroke image editing, multimedia activities, web authoring. And then we have the school or professional software. You have school student management, grade book, education, stroke reference, and then you have special needs. Wow. I hope. All right. PowerPoint.